JOHN Blackman, born 1695 in Andover, Hampshire, England. He had 5 brothers. John married Susanna Prince, born 1706 in Abbotsford, England. She was 9 years his junior. Together, they would have 6 children. It's 1703. At 8 years old, Charles probably witnessed the damage from a powerful storm that hit southern England in November. Deadly winds turned the English Channel into a violent sea. The winds were as high as 128 kilometers per hour, lifting men and animals off the ground, carrying them several yards. On land, about 120 people were killed during the week-long storm. However, the death toll at sea rose to around 8,000 sailors as the British merchant fleet and the Royal Navy lost hundreds of ships. The streets of London and Bristol were unsafe to walk because of flying roof tiles and chimney bricks and toppled church steeples. Being 8, did John still just want to jump in the puddles? It's 1726. John's Bob passes away. He is 30. It's 1731. John marries Susanna at age 36. Their first child, Susanna, is born 9 months later. It's 1736. His son Richard passes away the same year he is born. John is 41. During this time, England suffers from smallpox. In 18th century Europe, smallpox was a leading cause of death, killing an estimated 400,000 Europeans each year. The vaccine would not be available until 1796. This could perhaps help explain the following tragic series of events. It's 1742. After 2 other children are born, another infant son, Robert, dies the same year he is born. 2 years later, his father passes away on December 15th. John is 49. 1748. Charles is born 4 years later. That same year, John's 2-year-old daughter, Mary, passes away. Next year, 2 brothers die. 1750, the following year, January 11th, John's wife passes away at 44. He is 54, raising his son Charles alone, with daughter Martha, who was 9 when his wife died, and maybe with the help of his 3 older sons. It's 1760. The Industrial Revolution transitioned manufacturing processes into Europe and the United States. This transition included going from hand production methods to machines, new chemical manufacturing, and iron production processes, the increasing use of steam power and water power, the development of machine tools, and the rise of the mechanized factory system all contributed. The Industrial Revolution also led to an unprecedented rise in the rate of population growth. Textiles were the dominant industry in terms of employment, value of output, and capital invested. The textile industry was also the first to use modern production methods. The Industrial Revolution began in Great Britain, and many of the technological innovations were of British origin. By the mid-18th century, Britain was the world's leading commercial nation, controlling a global trading empire with colonies in North America and the Caribbean, and with major military and political hegemony on the Indian subcontinent through the activities of the East India Company. The development of trade and the rise of business were among the major causes of the Industrial Revolution. It also marks a major turning point in history, where almost every aspect of daily life was influenced in some way. In particular, the average income and population began to exhibit unprecedented sustained growth. Innovations developed late in the period, such as the increasing adoption of locomotives, steamboats, and steamships, hot blast iron smelting, and other new technologies, such as the electrical telegraph. John lived in a period of imagination and a quickly changing environment. In 1767, John passes away at age 72.